Have you ever thought of someone, maybe someone you haven't thought of for a long time, and they text you, email you? Better yet, you run into them at the random coffee shop. Is this by accident? Is this coincidence? I don't think so. As human beings, we're all connected. Think of cell phones. Cell phones, you send a signal on this device in your hand and it instantly is transformed across the world. But we've all had areas where our cell phones don't work. You have 3G, 4G, 5G, LTE. Could it be, as human beings, that we just have to increase the power of our signal strength? We have to increase the connection within ourselves. There's science behind this. The HeartMath Institute, heartmath.com, for those that would like to investigate it, has been studying this for over 30 years. The mind-heart connection. And it's based on a principle called, basically one of the foundations is HRV, heart rate variability, which is tracked on our watch, our rings, any personal device, tracking device in this today. And normally our HRV is kind of wobbly. It's all over the place. But with focused breath, breathing through your heart, focusing on emotion, positive emotion and gratitude, you can come into what they call coherence. You can become coherent. So that HRV is now smooth. And the magic is there's an electromagnetic field that can be measured coming from your heart. 3 to 5 feet with today's technology. 3 to 5 feet, a signal can be measured coming from your heart. The magic is they've also measured brain waves. And the brains of those that are around someone in coherence, the brain waves also start to align, creating a like-minded community. So to me, unlocking the power of real human connection starts within each of us, starts within our heart. So join me as I go back in time to February 18th, 2003. I'm a technician. It's a really, really cold winter day. It's like minus 35, and I'm on my last job of the day. So I'm about to walk into the telephone room when out of nowhere, I get this intense pain in my chest, this wave of nausea, and it literally knocks me to the floor. I lean against the wall, and all I can do is breathe, try to breathe through the pain. When suddenly, it goes away. But it leaves me with this feeling, this uneasy feeling. So I rush through my job. I get in my car and I drive home. Pull in the garage, get out of my truck, and I hear the phone ring. So I run into the house. I pick up the phone, and as I'm picking it up, that feeling, that sensation intensified, and I just knew. It was my aunt, my father, my mentor. Really, everything in my life up to that point had passed away of a massive heart attack at 58. He had just retired and was 2,000 miles away in Phoenix, Arizona. I know I felt the moment of his death. I took all that emotion and connection and I threw it into a box. I stuffed it way down. I put chains around it. I put multiple padlocks. And I took the keys and I threw them away. Little did I know that they would land in Banff, Alberta, Canada. So we move forward 19 years and 1 day later to February 19th, 2022. I'm at a crossroads in my life. I'm at an EO leadership conference in Banff, Alberta. And I'm going there because I'm at the point in my life, I'm 52 years old, and I want something different. My business has been successful, my life's been good, but I want to retire at 55, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in my next chapter. So I'm at this Entrepreneurs Organization Summit, EOs, business leaders, peer-to-peer learning that is across the world. And one of the things they tell you is lean into things. So I'm at the Banff Springs Hotel, walking down the hallway, and I come up to these two double doors in front of me. There's a sign on the wall that says Entrepreneurs Organization Wim Hof Breathing. I'm like, okay, open up the door. There's like 40 yoga mats on the floor, some blankets, some pillows, two great big huge screens, and there's this gentleman from Australia. And he's like, okay, pick a seat. So I lay down on the floor. Say, okay, for the next hour, we're going to do continuous breath. It's going to be uncomfortable. Your mouth is going to be dry. There's a chance you could feel emotion and get tears, and your body could get tight. But just go with it and trust the process. I'm like, okay, that's what I do. I go with it. So we start. My body gets tight. I get locked up. I can't move. I start crying. I start feeling emotional. And then something magical happens. I hear a voice in my head, the voice of my father. And I hear, you are worthy. You are enough. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. And lastly, I love you. And that box with those chains, those keys magically appeared, blew the doors off. The box was obliterated. But what came out was the most important part. It wasn't sadness. It wasn't fear. It wasn't anxiety. It was love, and it was connection. It was like I got my father back. That moment, it was euphoric. I have never done drugs in my life, but I can imagine that must be what it feels. It put me on this high to go, how do I explore this more? How do I go deeper? I no longer thought about retirement. I wanted to just discover this. So 9 months later, I end up in Mount Tremblant, Quebec, at another EO event. This is a leadership summit designed to kind of break you down as a leader, but then build you back up as better. So we can be a better leader, better father. And one of the speakers was Warren Rustand. He's an entrepreneur, world-renowned. He's worked for presidents. He's done amazing things, and he's big about servant leadership. And he spoke to us and said, you have to create an intention every day when you get up in the morning. And mine is to come from my heart with love and light in all that I say and do. And then follow it up with something he called the 10-10-10. 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of positive journaling, and 10 minutes of reading gratitude. And so I started doing this. And what I noticed was transformational. I'm a bit of an ADHD guy, and I'm used to living my life in chaos and all over the place, and my brain being super crazy. And it was like I was standing, normally my life would be like I'm in a waterfall, and life's just coming at me, and I'm standing in the waterfall, and I'm just making stuff happen. But by doing the daily practice, it's like I step back, and I'm looking down on the waterfall, and I can see the choices, and I can see life. The world's slowed down, so I pull on the strings that best serve me. But we're not all perfect. There was times when I stepped back into the waterfall, and I would have these thoughts that maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe this isn't going to work. I don't want to say this. I'm not a good leader. I'm not a good father or husband. Anybody ever have automatic negative thoughts? These thoughts that go on our head, show of hands? Yeah. If we attach a loudspeaker to our ear, would we tell the world what sometimes goes on in our head? So Ants, Daniel Amen, a famous brain doctor, came up with ants and how to squish them. So then I investigated. And I learned about this RAIN method, where you create awareness. You recognize when you're starting to spiral, when you're starting to have these thoughts. You acknowledge them and go, be kind to yourself. You investigate, where is this coming from? Am I being triggered? Did this happen to me before? Why am I afraid to put up my hand? Why am I afraid to say what I want to say? And then you nurture. You be, again, even more kind. You flip it, right? You change it around and go, I have something to say. My words matter. And then you build on that. You create a connection within yourself. You nurture yourself. That takes us to my friend, Claudia. Claudia was another EO member, an entrepreneur from China. She was 49 years old, and she noticed when she turned 50 that she would wake up every morning in tears. Wake up every morning in tears. And she was not an emotional person. She ran a very successful business, black suits, white shirts, every day was all about getting things done. So for her, this came out of left field. Why am I waking up crying? She went to a friend of hers that had worked in mental health, and he said, I want you to do one simple thing. I want you to use 4 simple words. I love you, Claudia. When you wake up in the morning first thing, when you look in the mirror, I love you, Claudia. Anytime you feel sad during the day, I love you, Claudia. When you're getting ready for bed and you look in the mirror, I love you, Claudia, and before you go to bed. Do this for 7 days and see what happens. Her life was transformed. All of a sudden, she started wearing colored outfits. She started talking to random strangers. Her staff noticed a difference. Everybody noticed a difference, and she no longer woke up crying. She woke up smiling. 4 simple words. I love you, Claudia, transformed her life. So now this is where the crowd participation part comes in. Okay, is everybody up for a little bit of exercise here? So I want you to take your right hand and you're going to put it on your stomach. Okay, your left hand you're going to put on your heart. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a focused breath, and we're going to breathe in and out through our heart to a count in for a count of 5. So when you breathe in, your belly should go out. When you breathe out, your belly should come in. While you do that, your eyes are going to be closed, and you're going to think of somebody that you love, somebody that's transformed your life, somebody that's close to you. Okay, so here we go. Close your eyes, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now silently to yourself. Breathing in and out through your heart. Focusing on love, focusing on gratitude, focusing on positive emotions. 2 more breaths. Now hold on to that image of a person. Keep your eyes closed. Come back into the room holding on to that love. Say, I love you, either out loud or quietly to yourself. Their name, followed by I love you and your name. Open up your eyes. I love you, Paul. I love you, Mike. Now look around the room. Do you feel a little bit more connected to yourself? A little bit more connected to each other? I can tell you that over the course of the last 2.5 years, my life has been transformed. I've unlocked the power of real human connection. My business has tripled in size. My connection with my wife and my son and everybody in my networks, I've become a better leader, a better father. And it started with me loving myself, connecting to myself, and getting to know myself. So I challenge all of you. Say I love you and your name when you wake up, when you first look in the mirror, when you go to bed, and the last thing of the day for 7 days. Transform your life, upgrade your cell signal to 5G, and spread love in the world. Thank you.